Hey kids, it's story time. Are you ready? This set of stories is brought to you by Appu Series. This particular story that I'm going to tell you is Jack and the Beanstalk. Are you ready? Let's go. In a faraway land, there lived a boy called Jack and his mother. Now they were very poor, so Jack had decided to go to the market to sell his cow for some money. Do you see Jack over there? He does look a little poor, doesn't he? Look at his raggy pants and his patched up shirt. And I don't think that cow knows that she's going to the market. On the way to the market, Jack met a strange traveler. He said to Jack, "That's a fine cow you've got there. I'd like to buy it, but I don't have any money. All I've got are these beans." Jack looked at these beans and said, "I can't sell you my cow for these beans." But the traveler replied, "These are magic beans. They will grow into a large beanstalk in only one night." Jack was curious, so he sold his cow to the traveler and went on his way. Jack looks happy and so does the traveler. Let's see what happens. Jack was very pleased with himself, but when he went back home without any money, his mother was very angry. "You are a very silly boy," she shouted at Jack. "These are useless," and she threw them out of the house. Ouch. Poor Jack. He didn't mean to do that. However, the next morning, there was a surprise for them. When they looked out the window, there was the largest, tallest beanstalk in the whole world. When they looked at it, it reached the clouds. Wow! Jack was excited. "I wonder what's on top of this beanstalk," he wondered to himself, and he started to climb. He climbed and he climbed, but he didn't reach the top. Although he was tired, he didn't stop. Finally, just at some clouds, the beanstalk stopped. Jack saw that he had reached a strange land, and in the distance there was a large castle. Do you see the look of adventure in Jack's eyes? Let's see what happens. Jack slowly crept into the castle, and he was surprised to see a huge giant sleeping inside. So very quietly, he tippy-toed into the castle. Do you see the giant over there? Oh my gosh, he is massive, isn't he? Jack soon found rooms full of treasure. He said to himself, "There is so much gold here. If I take some back with me, then Mother and I will no longer be poor." So he filled his bags with treasure, and on his way out, he even found a bird that laid golden eggs and a magic harp. Lucky him, right? But just as Jack was leaving the castle, the giant woke up. "Fee, fi, fo, fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman," he thundered. He came running down the beanstalk, following Jack, and he screamed. "Come back here with my gold," he shouted. "Come back and I'll eat you alive for dinner." Oh my gosh, aren't you scared? I'm scared. Let's see what happens. But Jack was too fast for him. He quickly slid down the beanstalk with the giant right behind him, and as soon as he touched the ground, he quickly took out his axe and he chopped and he chopped and he chopped down the beanstalk. As the beanstalk fell to the ground, so did that giant. Can you imagine what it must have been like for the giant? Poof! The giant died, and he left a huge hole behind with him. And that was the end of the giant. But not Jack and his mother, because they lived happily ever after because, well, they were not poor anymore. And that is the end of this story. What was your favorite part? Well, my favorite part was when the giant fell down and left a big hole in the ground. Tell me what yours was. If you like this story, click on the subscribe or the like button and we'll get back to you with even more stories. And until then, goodbye, take care kids.